Up to 20% of flights could be canceled if shutdown lingers. Not quite sure. What's your gut say, Bell? Besides, I'm hungry.
If it gets to that point, you're going to see these airlines lobbying to get the government reopened because that's going to start cutting into profits pretty heftily.
Yeah. What do you think? When you think next week they get something done? Or are we looking, you think they're going to push it out to maybe Thanksgiving week?
It's so hard to say because these people are such narcissistic psychopaths that you never know which direction the wind's going to blow with them. But I don't want to see people like the air traffic controllers not get checks.
No. But,
as far as my life goes, the government shutting down has no impact on me.
No. I mean, it has impact because my wife's going to drive out to Arizona and take our daughters sometime next week. So she's driving out there because my daughter's on the spectrum and too much worry. She's already worried. And this was the first time she flew alone coming out here. And now that there's this situation where it was just too much and there was just no way we were not going to do it. Because if you know anybody with, whether it's Asperger's or, they're on a spectrum and, there is a thing that they do, which is, this is my schedule. This is how I do things. This is what I do. And not to deviate from that. And there was just too much when, she talked to the airlines. There was just the sense was now, they were like, you might be best doing it. So, which is good because we got the ticket, going back, they're going to allow us to transfer it and do whatever else with it. But still, it's annoying. And, we've been talking about the last couple of days, the cost of this is going to be $14 billion lost income that isn't going to be retrieved. And that's just, now we're getting to the point where if we go another week, and I don't know if we will, but if we do go another week, think about this for a second. We're going to be in a position where come Thanksgiving, which they already said was going to be the big, that week, and 2 of those days, arguably, were going to be the biggest travel days ever. And if people aren't traveling, well, that's not going to be a good thing. That's going to be frustrating because if they're not traveling, what else aren't they doing? They're not spending money. They're not spending money, puts a crimp in our economy, which we don't want because we're already in a position where it feels uncomfortable. We'd be lying, and I won't do that. I won't lie. 7 out of 10 people think life is more expensive. They're holding back. They're not spending as much. And the McDonald's index is another one of those great indexes. You know who's not going to McDonald's? Middle-income Americans. You know who he is? Upper middle class. It's like they're bumped down one because they're looking for some value. They are. Last hour, we were talking about, obesity, largeness, people of size. And I said, somebody gets, because isn't it true, man? I could say all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't know who gets madder at me, the people who say that I'm anti-Semitic or the people who are maybe a bit bigger.
Big fans of the fork.
Yeah. Oh, look what you did. See, that was him. That was Bell. So when you send horrible things to our boss about how mean I am, and by the way, we make fun of ourselves. So if you can't laugh at yourself, my God. But I said, I want to talk about the cost because, we talk about healthcare and the expense of it. Do you realize the cost of this? $261 billion of healthcare cost because of obesity. So we're like 1 out of every, it's $1 trillion. 1 out of every $4 is because of obesity, self-inflicted on ourselves. It cost everybody about $1,800 a year because of obesity. Now, here's the other thing. This is what's crazy. So when you go and break this down, Now, that's just the healthcare side of it, right? The economic impact of chronic disease because of obesity is somewhere around $1 trillion. Wow. That is, we could sit here, we could joke and we all those things because, again, these people here who were talking about having privilege because of X or XL, XXXXXL, whatever it is, and they want certain status, right? That's not healthy. And that cost us. Every one of those people who can't walk up a flight of stairs, who, would rather just, make you change your ways and you celebrate them, that cost us money and puts absolute strain on a system that's already strained. Industry, so the industry cost, this is really interesting. U.S. industry, when you talk about obesity and what it does, 2023, according to one estimate from the Economic Burden Society associated with obesity, major U.S. industries, $347 billion, calculating an annual cost of about $6,500 per obese employee, meaning lost wages, lost hours, extra insurance. Because it's not just that, somebody, person A, Albert, we'll call him Albert because there was one guy that was big called Albert. And so Albert cost his business that he works for more money because he's unhealthy and because he misses days. And he might be a great guy and he might be a good employee. But that is also loss of productivity. And then it is costing more money for the businesses to insure people that are unhealthy. That's why that's why Obamacare failed, because you need such a large swath of healthy people to cover the unhealthy.
A good analogy is it takes one blockbuster to cover, or one blockbuster will cover X amount of movies that just tanked and lost a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly. We always joke about the investment world, which is like AI right now. The amount of money they've thrown at AI. You only have to be right once. Have you ever heard that? Mark Cuban's always said that. You only have to be a genius once. A genius once will get you everything you need. But in this situation, it sucks too, because you're also looking at people that are dying prematurely, who are doing it to themselves. And now, again, there are always exceptions. So if you're one, and apparently every exception who's ever had an issue with weight because of the thyroid only listens to my show. Oh, my Lord, just frustrating.
Just looking at all of the health issues that is linked to obesity, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Well,
and that is a very costly disease.
Yes. Diabetes is because that is an ongoing, you are going to be in a position, because you get to a certain point of obesity where you're going to be taking insulin forever, right? But the costliness of it all, it is, again, heart disease.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a big one. But once you get to the diabetes, you're in a lot of trouble. You are. And everybody's pre-diabetes. We know that. But once you get there, look at the cost too. And then go look at how much like dialysis costs and things of that nature. So many issues that come from being morbidly obese and not exercising. And it's not, all kidding aside, the reality is you want to know why we're so expensive. People always say, why do other countries we spend double what everybody else does on healthcare and they get better outcomes? They get better outcomes for the most part because they're healthier. Go to Iceland. There's not a lot of larger folk there. You go to places like Italy.
Japan.
What?
Japan
or Italy. You go to Italy, there's always those people that live to be 106. Why? Because they're 83 pounds. And they smoke all day.
That's like Japan.
Yeah, Japan, no doubt.
You got 90-year-olds smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, 20 of them a day. Just all day, just smoke. So, someone on your station was complaining about President Trump bragging about weight loss drug prices yesterday. No, that's good. I mean, we need the weight loss drugs. We need those.
We do.
Because I'd rather the taxpayer pay $300 a month for somebody to lose weight, be healthy for themselves and their family. But the win is they're also saving the taxpayers money.
Yep.
Long term. I mean, it's insane. I read something the other day that 1% of our overall budget is like dialysis. And a vast majority of that is self-inflicted because of, the damage we do to ourselves.
9 out of 10 people with type 2 diabetes are obese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And God, you think and it is, and it's tough, right? Because you become we're a nation that we don't eat well. Junk food is everywhere. We eat out of boredom. We have a non-healthy lifestyle because we push ourselves in ways that a lot of other countries just don't. And we're a convenience nation. I could make myself something healthy, or I could order a pizza. Not even walk to get the pizza. I could order a pizza.
Yeah, it just shows up. I mean, it just comes right to your door.
Yeah, and
You can order anything right to your door now.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
And so much of the processed food we eat is just complete, absolute garbage.
Yeah.
That just ruins your system.
And it's meant to keep you addicted. When the cigarette industry saw the writing on the wall, even before everything came out, they started moving over. What did they do? They bought Nabisco. They bought all of these companies. Why? Because they're not selling tobacco. They're selling addiction. And it's easy to go, oh, well, tobacco's bad. I'm sorry that Jimmy's addicted to Cheetos. Maybe you shouldn't let him have Cheetos. And we shouldn't be we shouldn't be mean to people, but we shouldn't be celebrating people and be told you have to champion their overweightness, because take away all the other stuff that we've joked about. The cost to society, if we're just going to be selfish, is massive. As Ken said, 9 out of 10 are obese. What do you think if we cut that in half? What would that look like? The amount of money we could save. That's the selfish side of it.
13 types of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Pancreas, which will kill you really fast.
Fast.
Colon cancer, kidney, esophagus, breast cancer, postmenopause. It's so, because I get frustrated with myself. I was fit my entire life, and then after playing years of soccer, I was like, I'm done eating like a squirrel and running 5 hours a day, and and I put on 30 pounds, and I'll drop 20 or 30 pounds, but you know what? I'm active every day, and I've never had a drink, and I've never had a smoke, which is also a bonus. But yeah, there's no doubt. I can look myself in the mirror and go, dude, you need to lose 20 or 30 pounds. What are you doing? Yeah, I had to cut down on drinking beer. That was keeping me fat. And I love beer. Woo, I love beer.
Oh, beer.
But I had to cut that down.
Well, yeah, because those are tons of empty calories. There's a reason that when college football players get unlimited beer, because they want them to put on weight, those big linemen. Man, that beer will do it to you. No doubt about that. All right, coming up. What was SCOTUS doing today? What were they hearing? Talk about that. Bunch of other good stuff on the way. If you're missing the show, as you know, we say shame on you, grab the podcast. It is Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Oh, is she now? We'll see. SCOTUS!
The case is being brought by former Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis, who famously refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Davis was briefly jailed and ordered to pay one couple $360,000 in damages and attorney's fees. She argues her First Amendment rights have been violated. She also says the court's 2015 decision legalizing same-sex marriage should be overturned. Behind closed doors, the 9 justices will decide whether to take Davis's case. 4 of them would have to agree to do it. A decision could be announced on Monday.
It's a super long shot. She's a homely looking lady. And what state do you think she's from? Anybody? It's the one who wanted to vote in New York's mayoral race. Kentucky. Man. I remember when that happened. Do you remember when that happened? She's like, I'm not going to give you a marriage. People are like, yay, she's great. She's awesome.
She's a moron.
Super moron. She is. 2 men want to get married. Who cares? Who cares? First of all, why is the government involved in anybody's marriage?
At all.
At all. Period. Why is that? Why in any way, shape, or form? Oh, probably because of taxes. We want to know what your tax rate's going to be.
Your marriage license will cost you
Yes.
X.
And remember they tried to turn her into some sort of superstar? She's great. She went to jail. Oh, man.
I mean, it was the law.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You just ignore the law. Well, I don't like the law. Well, then do what you can to figure out how you change it. Breaking it was ridiculous. And they're not going to it's a long shot. It is. They're going to look and go, look, this thing's settled. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Well, Trump's already said as much.
Yeah. We're just moving on. Who cares? Again, well, it's against my religion. Well, you didn't marry them. You move on. Sometimes in life, you just go, yeah, and you move on. I mean,
If you don't like something, don't do it.
that's it. Nobody's saying you have to be gay and get married. But it's between a man and a woman. That's fine. I don't care if it's between a man and 75 women or a man and a lamppost. Why is the government involved at all? Why? Tell me. So, yeah, I don't think I would be surprised if they took it up. I just think because Gorsuch isn't going to, I don't think, the 3 liberals aren't going to take it up. And I can tell you, Chief Roberts, he doesn't like going back to cases that are settled. So I don't think he'll take it up. So really.
They got to have 4.
Yeah. So now who else?
Clarence Thomas, he will.
He will. Hell, he would do interracial marriage. And I know he's married to a white woman, but he doesn't care. I don't think that's very nice, Chad. But Clarence will. And who would be the other one? Gorsuch? Nah, not Gorsuch. I don't think. Kavanaugh? I don't know.
What's the Chief Justice's
Roberts.
name? Robert. He doesn't like going back to cases, but he himself voted against legalizing same-sex marriage, and I think if it came up, he would be one of the ones to vote.
I don't know. I think now that it's settled, I think he would look at it because, he's everything about the way that he views the court is it is supposed to be above reproach. And these cases that have been heard before, it's kind of like there's just something pure. You just leave it. Unless it's a very rare situation.
And even in Roe versus Wade, he was really trying to hammer out a compromise. He didn't want to just overturn it.
Yeah. Again, compromise. Even the other day when they were doing the tariff stuff, they were concerned about how America was going to pay all this stuff back. Did you hear them? Just out of curiosity, you guys got a plan if we got to pay it back?
Yeah, how much do they have to pay back?
Are you ready for this? $750 to $1 trillion. If they pay it back. They can also go, no, we're not going to. Sorry. By law, you can get nothing from us. We've got it set up so you can't come after us like that. What they'll probably do is, here's the issue. They'll probably give... this happened before with something else in taxes, And they told everybody you had 180 days for some of these big corporations to get stuff in. Most people, kind of like warranties, they never sent it in. But if they do, they'll probably give them back tax breaks. The issue, though, is what about us who paid for stuff that cost more because of those? We don't get any money back, and tracing that's going to be impossible. So, but if we had to, as of now, somewhere between $750 billion and $1 trillion, which would be, it would completely decimate the coffers. It would. It would. Coming up, who knows what? Got some of your text messages. A lot of you chiming in about what we're just talking about. SCOTUS. What's going on with SCOTUS? More on the government shutdown. Still shut down. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk, 987. Hey, kids and kittens, boys and girls, as we talk about SNAP and all kinds of things like that. People need your help. Guess what? Super Talk 997 WTN is broadcasted live for our annual Nashville Rescue Mission. It's more than a meal radiothon. Now, it is presented by Mark Spain Real Estate on Monday, November 24th, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Dan Mandis, I know him. He's going to be there. Chris Hand, I've met him. Chad Benson, that guy, fat guy. And Matt Murphy, going to be there as well. Help us meet this is our new goal. Are you ready for this? In the More Than a Meal Challenge? 55,000 meals in 14 hours. Boom! And it's all thanks to you and our great sponsors like, Beacon Capital Management. Yes. Paul Winkler. Yes. Busy Bee. Yep. And so many more. Be a part of it. You want to learn more about what's going on? Visit 997WTN.com or NashvilleRescueMission.org. It's a good thing. I'm telling you what, it's a good thing. So one thing about our country, I don't think, other nations try, but the reality is we are, when stuff goes sideways, big typhoon, crap hits the wall in Haiti, who's there? It's our military. It's us making sure they got everything they can get, doing all we can to make sure. And the same thing here, people stepping up. Absolutely, to help. And even if you do something little, it helps. Because for all the talk of right and left and blue and red and MAGA and progressive, we're all Americans. We all bleed red. We all want the same things, and we can help our fellow man. I think that's awesome. I do. I think it's absolutely incredible that we step up like that. A lot of you chiming in about the gay marriage. I'm surprised at how many people are like, yeah, just let it go. I mean, just let it go with the gay marriage. Some people just don't do it. Can't. What do you say, Bill?
Gotta mold the world to my vision or else.
Yeah. No. Our vision's freedom, baby. Liberty. I love it.
Well, liberty's okay as long as it's the type and an amount that I'm okay with.
I want it to feel good. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Hey, Ken, who's coming out to hang out with Afton?
That is DNC Committee Chair Ken Martin. So the boss of the Democratic National Committee.
Oh, he's the guy that beat out David Hogg, right?
Yeah.
And then David got to be second in charge. And then they got really mad at him for being white and stuff. And so they got rid of him because nothing is more entertaining than that.
Right.
So he's going to come out here.
He's going to come out here. He's going to do a canvassing lunch with Afton Bain here in Nashville tomorrow.
Oh, man, I wish it was like next week. We would have gone. I got a big day tomorrow. We're going to the aquarium for lunch.
All right. Where is that?
That's Opry Mills.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to go take, because I guess it's supposed to be pretty neat, with all the fish. Because it's all these fish tank and you eat there. And my daughter, the one who's got autism, she thinks it's hilarious. She's really excited about this joke for her. So just laugh. She wants to eat fish in front of the fish.
That's a little morbid.
And then her and I, because we're big sci-fi fans and stuff, we're going to go see the new Predator movie.
Yeah, that looks very entertaining.
So the new Predator movie, this is from the perspective of the Predator, where the Predator he's not the bad guy in this. The Predator is actually the one, you're going to like him because he's tiny.
He's a little fella.
He's a little fellow. He's a runt. And all of the other Predators hate him, including his dad, who said he wished he would have killed him when he was young. apparently.
Dang.
And he hooks up with a robot played by Elle Fanning. And they kind of like they go and take all these monsters on. So it looks fun.
Elle Fanning?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Elle Fanning. Of all the Fannings, it's Elle.
So,
it's Elle, baby.
and so, but it's another planet, right?
Yeah, it's another planet. And this one's kind of got like prehistoric, like Godzilla type creatures.
Oh, man, that's going to be
And it's got like everything. It's like he landed on, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And
everything's just running around free.
yeah. And you get to find out a backstory about who the predators are, where they're from.
Ah, yeah.
And so, yeah. And there's virtually no blood in it. It's only PG-13, but everybody says, no, the killings, because they're monsters, it's just, he's got green blood and stuff. It's just, it's a lot of action.
Probably going to make more money with PG-13 rating, too, man.
Probably will. It probably will.
Because, that is definitely something that kids can really get into.
Yeah. Speaking
Younger
of movies,
kids.
I sent you guys a picture this morning.
Yes.
Send the guys a picture like 3 o'clock this morning. You're like, what picture did you send, Chad? Let me tell you what picture I sent. Okay, you guys? You want to be all braggadocious about something? Well, let me tell you something now. I sent a picture of the one and only latest show that I watched from the Hallmark, which was spectacular.
Did you send it on a text or was it through our Instagram?
I think it was the Insta.
group?
It's on Insta.
It was on the Insta. As the kids
On the
would say.
gram.
On the gram. So this one today was called, it's called the Royal Mountain Christmas.
Royal Montana.
Royal Montana. So the Royal Montana, I don't think you guys will recognize. So stop me if you've heard the story before. She's from Veruvia or somewhere.
Oh.
Right. And her dad has passed away a long time ago, and he was the king. And before she takes over to be the queen and handle all the affairs for mom, she wants a trip where she can clear her mind. And so she goes to the place that was her and her dad's favorite when she was little, which is a dude ranch in Montana.
Oh, there you go.
And there's Dudley or Dudley or Huntley or whatever his name is, all handsome with his jawbone and hat.
Jawbone.
He's all cheek and jawbone. He's all handsome.
Got a big old cowboy hat.
Yeah. So he does. Bigger the hat. Woo! And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but maybe they fall in love.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Maybe they fall in love, and maybe he finds out she's a princess.
That's what happens, man. That Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm. You can't avoid it. You can't. So does the runt predator have a shiny nose? No, he does not. Oh, no.
That was pretty good.
That was.
That is good.
Probably not allowed to play in any Predator games?
No.
No.
Cannot play in any of the Predator games.
A canvas lunch, says Sally. Isn't canvassing where they walk around? Yeah, so they're going to walk around, knock everybody's door, and ask if they have something to eat.
Probably going to give everybody a sack lunch.
Yeah. I think what they're probably going to do is go, does anybody else want to go walk around outside? Knock on doors?
Can you spare a cup of sugar?
Yeah. Can you? Do you have any butter? When's the last time? Think about this, because the joke about can you get a cup of sugar? When's the last time you had anybody come over and go, "Hey, do you have some sugar? I need some sugar."
I gotta think.
I was a kid because my grandma would go, go next door because you knew who your neighbors were, right? Go next door to Mrs. Booker. Ask her if you can have some sugar. Oh, yeah. Chad, come on in, right? And you have sugar.
Yeah, she'd give you more than that.
Oh, yeah, more than that. Nowadays, if you go next door, if you went to your neighbor's house and asked her for a stick of butter, they would call the police.
Well, they wouldn't answer the door.
Yeah.
And call the police.
There's a weirdo outside who I think they think they're trick-or-treating and they want butter.
I think a couple of years ago, I actually gave our neighbor a couple of eggs.
Really?
Yeah, they just needed a couple of eggs for something she was baking. And I gladly did.
I like that. That's a good thing. I like that. So I think that's going to be, I want to see, I told Belle, let's try to get Mega Matt on, Mega Matt, or whatever his name is, Van Epps on, and we're going to try to get Afton on. We know Afton will come on, but will Mega Matt, because we asked him before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he ended up, well, no, he was on with Matt, wasn't he?
I think.
Yeah,
so.
he came on with Matt.
But I don't think he went on with anybody else.
No, I don't think he did either. And I are they having a debate? Do we know?
No, so far, no. He was on with Brother Dan Mandis the other morning, and as of then, there was still no planned debates.
Got to have a debate.
Yeah, really.
I think there should be a law. Maybe you guys let us know. Should there be a law that you have to have one debate in the general? Because too many people duck out of them, and I think we should have debates. I think it's clear that we need to, debates are really bizarre because I don't know if maybe it's a town hall. Everybody has to at least do a town hall, a real town hall. What I would like to see is a town hall where, Afton is in a town hall and you've got, 10 or 15 conservatives, libertarians, independents, not Democrats. Ask her some tough questions, right?
Yeah, because the Democrats are already going to vote for her.
Yeah, and then on the other side, the Democrats and the independents and the the people that would progressives, whoever, ask Mega Matt Van Epps some questions, some real questions, and have a conversation. Not making an argument. Have a real let's have a conversation about what I'm going to do, and go from there. I think that would be interesting, more so than. Because I think that debates are kind of odd when you think about it. Because you have 90 seconds to tell me something, and then the other person's going to say something in between. Then you guys are going to argue, and then there'll be a minute for you to reply, and you don't really learn anything. I think that'd be interesting. Oh, a lot of you chiming in about your neighbors. Oh. Also, nobody cooks anymore. That's true.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, I crock pot. I love crock potting.
Air fry.
Oh.
Yeah, air frying too, yeah. I got a pressure cooker too. I made some Zatarain's dirty rice the other day in 7 minutes.
Oh, dude, you don't want to be braggadocious. Hey, let me ask you about, have you done a turkey yet in your...
In my oven?
No, your...
pressure cooker?
Yeah, your pressure cooker?
Won't fit. It's not big enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, haven't done anything like that.
All that tells me is that your pressure cooker isn't big enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard too, Bill. I heard, what? Get Ken a giant pressure cooker? Have you ever had a fried turkey?
I don't think I have.
I have.
Did you like it?
I like it a lot better.
Is the white meat more moist fried? Because I cannot stand
Well, as long as you don't
dry.
over fry it, I mean, the outside is going to be basically blackened, but the inside it came out perfect.
See, I don't like I don't like dry chicken or turkey meat.
No.
That's why I like the brown meat.
The last year we went to over off Rosa Parks. They've got that farmers market. And, we were just here. We've been here for like a month. And we were here for the first month. And then we ended up being in Texas for 2 weeks because I was working with one of my stations out there because nobody was supposed to know what was going on. We got back and we were like, okay, Thanksgiving's coming. So we went and we went over there. And, they're all farm to table, little farms. And we bought a turkey. And it was expensive. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. It was the greatest turkey I'd ever tasted in my life.
Wow.
And the white meat, man, so moist.
See, that's what it's got to be, man.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's why I said dark meat is a lot better than white.
So, got to be the. I mean, I just think it's because you're right. Because here's the thing with turkey. That's why, turkey sandwiches are great the next day because you can put mayonnaise on it, which hides the stuff. And by the way,
bingo.
At night, when I sit down with my food, my wife always laughs at me. I sit down, and you're thinking, oh, Chad's got his turkeys ready to cut it. Nope, big, giant turkey sandwich with all the fixings around it.
Yeah.
That's how I do it, baby. And it's got to be Wonder Bread. You hand me wheat bread, you need to leave. Wheat bread. All right. More on the way. Straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. So we are getting a lot of texts about how good fried turkeys are. We are, Ken. That we're missing out.
I bet you it's real good.
I bet you it is. You know what? Yeah, it probably is real good. We might have to get you a bigger fryer and make you fry us a turkey. I'm going to do that. I'm going to order a bigger fryer for Ken. He's going to fry it up.
I'm going to fry it up real good.
Well, you know what? I think you should. And we should have a Thanksgiving like the week of. We'll get you a big fryer, right? And that way you could do it because I live in an apartment. If it explodes, they're going to be all mad. At least if you're outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
We could do it in there where Belle is.
I have no problem with that. You know, that seems pretty good. But a lot of people talking about how good it is. Absolutely. Somebody said they did 28 turkeys last year for Thanksgiving they fried.
Tracy Lawrence usually does a big old fried turkey event down at the Nashville Rescue Mission on Thanksgiving.
Now, when you do the fry, do you put stuff in there or do you like?
I don't know.
See, I don't know either. I don't know what the
like. Do you season it?
Yeah, because like my wife last year, she seasoned a little bit, not too much because it was so amazing. But you know, like I didn't know if you season it, if you do anything, or you just fry it and go from there. These are things we don't know, Ken. We're going to have to learn this stuff.
I know you got to have a fire extinguisher nearby.
Yes. I mean, every year there's a few people that blow up, but that's, you know what? You take the chance for deliciousness. Somebody said they got a pellet smoker last year, smoked turkeys. That was 50 times better than a fried turkey. Now we got to get you a pellet turkey thingy.
Smoked turkey.
Yeah, now we're getting a lot of that. Cajun injection, let it sit overnight.
Oh, yes, sir.
Season and inject them. Oh, my God, it's like giving them steroids, but with spices.
Anything Cajun, yes, sir.
So the smoke, that sounds good too, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
I love smoked. I could do that. You're probably not going to blow yourself up either. How big of a turkey do you get?
I don't know. I don't know how big it is.
Nice. I like that. Just big enough to eat all day.
Yeah, just big enough. It'll last 2 or 3 days, and then the rest of it turns into sandwich meat.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. And it's Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.